How's it sound now? Any better? Matter of fact, let me check one more thing too. I'm gonna crank that. Move all the cables. Any better? Check, check, check 1, 2, check. How's that sound? Frito Lays. It's gotta be YouTube because the faults are inconsistent with everything. Oh, it sounds better? Yeah. So the phone that worked before isn't working. Still not the same? Gotta be YouTube, man. Let's see if this squashes. It's flubbing out. Hmm. Let's try one more thing. Let me go get my stand and we'll try the new pad. I, I reset the server and everything, man. I don't want to connect. Let, let me see this for a minute. What about now? Check, check, check. You can hear my voice though, right? Is my voice flubbing or cutting out? Tell a story about my worst stage moment. See, it won't even allow me to connect. There's something wrong with YouTube. My worst stage moment. I guess I'll just tell stories. My worst stage moment. Man, there were a lot of them. A lot of bad stage moments. Um I I got electrocuted once. Madison Square Garden. I was throwing picks out and I reached over and I grabbed the rail and got shocked. Um Another one, they had like double metal doors where we would walk in like to the stage area right before they would announce us, and my hair got caught in the door shut on my hair and I went to walk and yank my head back. I've had my pants rip on stage, have the nuts fall out, no underwear. What else? I went running, slid. Someone had threw something on the stage, and I slid across the stage. Slid right off the stage. That was fun. Nice 6 foot drop, 8 foot drop. Since I'm telling stories, we could raise this up too. Let's raise this up a little. Possibly. Maybe not. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah. It was a black Les Paul custom. The headstock came right off. Another time, the drummer's stage monitors were so loud because he had a sub and I had my guitars there, but I had guitars in the back in a rack, and the whole rack fell off the stage from the vibration. It kind of scooted off and just fell. I went around the amps and all my guitars were gone. I thought someone stole them. They were all over the floor. It wasn't a big drop though. And a couple scratches, but no no vintage guitars or nothing. Yeah, that's why I'm against. I'm not against taking expensive guitars out, but like the Kiesel, I would never. Uh, I can do shows with $1,000 or under guitars, So I'm not going to take. I've had pedal boards stolen off the stage when I used to use amps because I would switch on and off with amps and rack gear in the 80s, and I did a sound check around 4 p.m., come back and my whole pedal board was gone. Yeah, shit happens, but I mean, that's why I always carried 2 or 3 of everything, you know? I had 4 wireless systems, but they were separated, you know? Actually 6, because I always carried a backup with me, and when I played, like, arenas, the trucks were going to, so, like, you would, let's say you played Orlando, and the next night was Jacksonville, and then you played Miami. The Miami truck would drive ahead past Orlando and set up in Jacksonville, and then the Orlando would end up in Georgia, so that you had, like, 2 sets of trucks with 2 sets of gear always going a stop head ahead, so that you would just drive up to the next show, and it would be already done. And then you would do, like, a guitar clinic, like, in the morning, or, you would do, like, radio or TV in the morning. I don't know, is my voice kinda calmed down? We could try the guitar, see? Is it flubbing? I'm gonna say yes. Is it flubbing? Flubbing guitars. I fucking knew it was. I'm gonna end up paying for a fucking streaming company like Joe does, like Joe Wentz. Not as bad. It's probably gonna go in and out depending on how many people are going on and off. Y- I actually went and scrolled on YouTube in the living room, and I went onto the live feeds, like who is live now. There's like 2 Spanish channels, and they had like 3 million people live watching at one time. Sounds better now? Yeah, maybe it takes a minute. Maybe it's the vodka. Me, 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 me. Maybe call Rick and Tom and ask for forgiveness. Never. The Velvet Hammer says, ain't happening. No. Like, I could actually be friends with Tom if he wasn't such a tool bag and so, like flip floppy, because we were getting along for a long period of time behind the scenes, like in private conversation. He would just drink like on Super Bowl and fucking ruin it. No, but he's probably, if he didn't dox and say like really bad stuff, like, I don't care if someone calls me a jerk or a Richard, or even like a cat. I don't give a shit about that. That, that that's just talk. You know what I mean? But to actually, the problem I think with some of the people like him and Zach, because like even if you use Gus, Voice, he they always seem to think that Gus is actually going after them with his videos, but he's not. He's just debating what they said about vintage guitars and stuff. He never got personal with those guys, and they see it differently. But in reality, Gus didn't get personal with any of them at first. You know what I mean? That's just their take on it, unfortunately. You know, the way I saw it when Tom went after Gus, he was bullying him. Yeah, and that's what I did with those guys, like fight back. And Tom's big issue with me is because I talked about his credits. He got mad. He said, "You really pissed me off when you talked about my credits in my sessions." I was like, "What?" Yeah, you can't let people bully you. You know, in the music community, like at a certain level, like when people were asking Dave about like Ingve versus this guy, when you're at that, when you're talking about those level players, there's a mutual respect. Yeah, Gus just talked about, and I actually own a couple vintage guitars, more than a couple, and I don't. They're they're pieces of shit to me. They don't sound good. They don't play good. And I always like, if you use today's analogy, look at cars from back then compared today. The cars were cooler, but they were making shit out of steel. Now they're lightweight and they save on gas mileage. They're crappy in a way, but same thing with the manufacturing and the CNC machines that China built and companies are using have gotten way better. And the CAD systems, everything is getting better. iPhones are Chinese. They're All that stuff is getting better. The technology is getting way better. And how I see it, it's starting to catch up. Everything's starting to catch up. Like Helix and Valtone and Donner. I mean, they're going to make stuff and cut corners for cheaper products, but they do have the ability to make something like Kemper. I mean, Fractal, Kemper, and Quad Cortex. And then Tonex came around. You know what I mean? That's the narc in him. What's up, Jerry? Hey, Jerry, I couldn't find that one. Did you say you did a video with that the guy that was giving that violinist a hard time? I couldn't find it on your channel. Who is Jim Gustad? Gustad is putting out a Tonex 5150. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, I love classic cars too, but like the AC, the air condition, you know, the luxury of the new cars, the way they're built, everything got better that way. I have Tonex Amplitude. I think Tonex is really good too. The problem for me would be live, and you know what I mean. But I used the Valtone GP200. I think that's what it's called in Daytona. And I had some friends come out and they're like, "Man, that fractal sounds good." I go, "It's not my fractal." So maybe until YouTube fixes this, I can still play and show you guys licks or something, like if you have theory questions, but if you and then do lessons. But we could talk more about some of the business stuff and everything as well. Yeah, That's the thing. It's kind of like if you don't know how to set up an amp, you can make an amp sound like shit. Same thing with a modeler. You got to learn how to program it to make it sound good. The drums, people ask, "What are you using? Your drums sound great." They're programmed through Virtual Drummer, and that was a big secret for a long time in the metal industry, like metal music. A lot of people were programming the drums. Ingve's got programmed drums on some of his album. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that, but whatever. So not all of Ingve's drums on his albums are live drummers in the studio. I didn't say it. Oh man. A phone app controller? Yeah. And Tonex is the same as Amplitude, and Amplitude was great. What's up, Torture Poets? Testicles? What's up, man? That's a great fucking name. Testicles. Oh my god. That's a great name. Yeah, I got the 200 Valtone GP 200, and I did the where you could do the tone capture. The drum programs have features to make them sound more natural. Yeah, yeah. So like even in certain programs, you can control the microphone settings and the type of mic. Like you could do like an overhead snare or under snare. You can control how close, the angle, you know, the resonation of the frequencies, because drums are different frequencies as well. Everything is frequency. Where did I use the amplitude software? I had I had the pedal and I had it in my phone, the amplitude. But I've used that on stage and it sounds fucking great. I may even have a video. I'll have to, if you want to hear it, I'll probably have to find it and like redo it, like re-put it up. I think I had amplitude in a battery powered amp pushing a 4x12 cab and it sounded ridiculous. I like tinkering like that. I've also done like A-B switches and run head rush on one side and my EVH heads on the other side through cabs and then blended them together. Yeah, they're not bad. The Tonex stuff, the amplitude. But like a lot of there's so many things you can do recording, but like even that you have to kind of be realistic about what you're going to take on the road or what you're going to do in a club because you can over process it. like like I could play all day on the Kemper and just fucking dial in tones without even playing because I'm a sound junkie that way. I realize I'm never going to get the tone that I hear in my head for me, but I can get great tones and manipulate. Like I can put a delay in front of the head and a delay in the back of the head, and I can use like a four head delay in the front and throw the timings off of every other head and create like weird sounds. I like messing with sound. Sunset Sounds reverb chamber capture. Oh, it's still great. John, you have it? The amplitude? Oh, the line 6. Oh, yeah, for sure. And that, I think, in my opinion, it was the cabs over the years that got really good. I think it was the captures for the cabinets. Like, let me think. In Fractal, the cab I used all the time was called a Sorcerer 4x12. I love that cabinet. So, like, if you go into the Fractal settings, there's probably 2 to 500 cabs. The one cab that I loved, it's called a Sorcerer 4x12. That would be the only cab I used out of the Fractal. But you gotta understand, I went through all the cabs and tried every single fucking cab. Took about 3 or 4 days too. Yeah, Alex Van Halen used triggers and electronic kit stuff and create that sound. He had that sound. And electronic drums live are way easier to get a studio sound and manipulate without having issues too. But then a lot of drummers insist that they don't like the mesh. But I have an electronic kit there and I can play drums. I'm just not that good. Like I'm good enough to play beats and simple fills. But same thing, I always wanted to be able to sing and play guitar at the same time. I can do backup vocals, but I can't. I've never really like practiced with a band to try to force that. And you would have to try to force yourself singing while you play guitar, and you're gonna make a lot of mistakes until you get used to that. And then once you start getting used to it, it'll become easier. Yeah, it feels a lot different than real drums. But that's the thing. Do you sacrifice feel for sound? Do you sacrifice what you like so that the people can enjoy the music better? That's a tricky one. You know what I mean? Because you want to sound the best you can possibly sound. Same like the tube amps. Do you sacrifice that feel with the cab push? Well, you don't have to, but if you're playing in cover bands, do you really want to bring two 412 cabs in this big rig with you? You can, but after you play for 3 or 4 hours and ran all over a stage, do you really want to load that back up and then take it out of your car or truck when you get home or to the warehouse? You know what I mean? Now, when I did local gigs, I had an 18-foot trailer. You could play drum machine. Yeah, the electronic, and it's simple. One cable input. Eh, Oh yeah, definitely. Bass is way tougher to play and sing because you're connecting the dots. You're playing rhythmic and key notes. You're tying the drums and the guitar together with the vocals. So to play rhythms, boom, 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 and you're singing a melody line that's completely off time from the bass, That's fucking crazy. That's why like guys like Geddy Lee and stuff like that are amazing. That's one of the hardest thing, in my opinion, one of the hardest things to do. Same like drums. Playing drums and singing. You want to try a tube amp? See how it feels compared to amp clones? Amps are great for like a 212 combo is great if you're playing like original music locally, where you just need two or three settings. That's the problem. Like if you're in a cover band and you want to play a different, like a whole bunch of sounds from like the Fix to Van Halen to Pantera, the modelers are way better to go. Yeah, that's true. Guitar, yeah, the feel of the instrument. Yeah, yeah, you can pack a lot, a lot of gear into the 18-foot trailer and a couple women. Quarter notes all the time. And Michael Anthony, probably. Oh, you run seven pedals with the amp clones? Yeah, and the other thing is like you could run a GP 200 your left mono out into the return of the effects loop, and then you're just using the power amps and not the preamps. And then you can use your valve tone just to run all your preamps to get the different sounds of the heads. So you can. So I used when I played with Vinny and Peace, I used two Stealth 15-watt lunchbox heads, and then I ran my fractal into the lunchbox heads into the cabs. Some of the most punch you in your face tone that you can ever get. Jack Bruce, yeah, he's yeah, great voice too. There's a local girl. I think she's like 15. She does all the Rush and Sabbath. She's the lead singer, but she plays bass. She's amazing. Yeah, same like when I hated playing to tracks live, like but I would roll my volume up and play the leads live. So we were using tracks back in 87. And I didn't like to do that because I felt I was cheating the audience. But at the same time, with the all the dancing and the whole stage show, like I understood why we did it. Like Beyonce uses tracks live, Kiss uses them live now. Like that ability with the technology is caught up, and they sound amazing live, but it's not really that all them. You know what I mean? So, like, even guys like that are using technology today. You know, you want to see like real players, go see a jazz or a blues band in a small club, and he's got that little Princeton there. You know what I mean? And I can appreciate that too. What does that say? If you're in a dance band, I'd imagine you have to use tracks. Yeah, yeah, because you like, especially for the singers, because they would get out of breath dancing. It's like exercise, and they'd be like, and they can't get wind to hit the notes. So that was like that was in their contracts. They had to do an hour and a half of cardio a day. Same thing with me. Like that movie Rockstar with Wahlberg is so funny to me because everything is in like all stipulations. So like same with me. If I change the color of my hair, I get a fine. I had to get that approved. If I switch guitars like companies, I had to get that approved. Even though that was my endorsement, the management still had to approve it. How do you get better sound out of backing tracks for live or video? I, for live, I probably would use Ableton Live, but like I would use probably like PreSonus, like a board like that. But some of the boards today, because some of the boards not quite that old, have auto tune built into the boards. Some of the boards had certain effects in the boards. Some of the boards could actually have these programs like Virtual Drummer added in them. Let me see what's that say. What's the guitar behind your rig with the glitter? The glitter. Uh, on my right. This one here, the Telly. I'm rewiring that. That's like a cheap guitar. 220 bucks and it plays amazing. I put a John Petrucci. I don't know if I can get it though. Let's see. Let's see. It's called a MUSI Virgo. I get this for about 220 bucks and I put a John Petrucci pickup in it. And and the thing is, it came with locking tuners. The fucking neck is unbelievable. Does it go push pulls? Push pull pots. I put a John Petrucci pickup in there. Everything, this is all recessed. The screws are all recessed, so I'm rewiring it. But it's got like you could see all the contours on it. It's a great guitar. Let's see. Can I get that back in there without ripping cables down? Let's see. Yeah, we did it. Let's see. Yeah. A lot of anything you did, management had to approve or you got fined. So like we had people that would come out on the road. Like so Pantera Productions was the company that managed Expose. Ishmael was Lewis's attorney, but he was also his cousin. Ishmael ran Pantera with Lewis, and they would have people come out and put us on scales once in a while. Like if you gain 5-10 pounds, it was a $2,500 fine. If you were late to shows, you got fined. All that stuff. No, it's all right. I'm drinking vodka, so I feel all right, and I took some medication, so that's why it's getting hard to see. But I'll tell you, those fucking needles, man, they stuck me in my ankles, my fucking feet 2 or 3 different times, my calves, in the front, like where your shins were. That was fucking painful. No, I didn't hear the blues jam thing with Randy Rhoads. Yeah, I mean, some guitars, uh, like the Kiesel was a lot of money, but that was something that I needed to use for recordings for like major label artists. So it had to be like top of the line, no noise. It had like I had a spec sheet of what I wanted. You know what I mean? I got with my buddy Gary Phillips and my amp tech guy, and I asked for certain things, and they built it. But it cost me 4 grand. Was it worth it? I don't know. I made a lot of money using it. Would I ever play it on the road? No. Yeah, I mean, if the car looks cool and drives well, who gives a fuck how much money it is? You know what I mean? If you like it, fucking buy it. Who gives a shit? That's why I don't care. Tom told me one time in the email, "Oh, you and your $450 Kramers." I'm like, "Yeah, who gives a fuck?" It has nothing to do with my playing or my sound. So what's the point you're trying to make? You know what I mean? Kind of like who's the other guy? I forget his name. Guthrie Trap. He was like, I have to decide, do I spend this money on this guitar or do I buy 20 great guitars? And I was talking to Gus Voisu. I go, he's gonna buy the fucking expensive guitar because he hangs around Tom and he's getting his head to buy a guitar like that. But what are you gonna play that in a fucking club or like I don't even know where Guthrie plays, to be honest. I don't think he plays stadiums or 5, 10,000 seaters. We can play that where somebody has access to it and can steal and walk off with a guitar like that. Like I've seen Tom play his Les Pauls live. His Holy Grails. Are you out of your fucking mind? What if the strap breaks and it fucking cracks, or somebody knocks it off, or like something that I've gone through where you slip, fall with it on? Why would you do that? Like I've seen him drinking beer over it. Like what if the bottle fell and cracked the neck, or just anything stupid? Like, why would you take a chance on something that's that worth that much money? Like, you don't see my holy grails in here, if that's what you want to call them. What's up, Gene? I'm not gonna put those guitars in here. You you know, for what? So one can fall off the fucking wall and I lose 100 grand? Why would you do that? Cheers to Gene, beginner guitar junkies. If you guys don't know, he's got cool channels too. He's a beginner guitar player, old friend. He started late in life, and he's living his dream, playing guitar. He's actually playing covers and stuff. He got up and jammed with some people finally. So there you go. Cheers to him. It's what I want to see. I want to see everybody enjoy themselves and have fun. Mr. Knight. People thinking yeah. And that's the thing. If you take a beginner guitar player and you give him a 59 Les Paul and you put him through a fucking 50, a real plexi like a 59, he's still going to sound like shit. So is it the guitar player or is it the gear? It's more the guitar player. And that's just a fact. I mean, what not too much you can do about that. You know what I mean? Is what it is. Like say we've been on here 8:30, was it almost 10, right? I haven't hardly played guitar, right? It's been what, hour and nine? When did I come on? 9? It's been about an hour, right? So if I take the guitar, can I still play after just sitting here? Of course, because I've done that for 100 years. You know what I mean? But at the same time, who gives a shit if you can do that? Vodka's not bad either. No, you didn't miss a mark. We're just talking. YouTube issues again. So I reset my server. Everything. I've done everything I can do. Defender. Oh, that's a great amp. Defender Champion. I like that amp. And I've heard people talk about I still got some of my old amps, like those little 10, 15 watters, like the old Gorilla amps, some crate amps. I got the crate blue voodoo heads. I got all kinds of stuff. I got a couple AC heads, Voxes. I got a bunch of Marshalls. I got JVMs. I got um TSLs. I got three plexis. I got what else do I got from Marshall? It's called MA or MH. I don't remember all the Marshalls. I got some JCM 900s, 800s. I got some Mesa Boogie heads, but they're all in storage. They're big, they're bulky. Yeah, yeah. And I know guys that I don't know. Should I tell this story? This might get me in trouble. It's an Eddie Van Halen story. Well, he can't dispute it or say anything. So I get to see Eddie play from the side of the stage and back of the stage a few times when I was hanging out with him. And one time he was playing through a Mesa Boogie 112 combo and it was stuck behind all his amps. And I was like, "You're that's what you're fucking playing through?" And he would laugh. Can you believe that shit? I'll probably get shit for that. George Lynch does it too. He'll put his amps behind the cab so you can't see what he's playing. Yeah. Even Jason Bieler from Saigon Kick, the best I ever heard him sound, and he didn't use it on any of the albums. He bought, man, what was that Mesa Boogie? It had the EQ on it, like the 5-band EQ. Best I ever heard him sound, and he didn't use it on the record. I was like, stupid man. Oh, the tiny cat. Hi, Diana. Won't let you share the link. What is it on your Facebook page under your name, Diana Elizabeth? Let me see. Let me see. If I go on there, oh, no, I can't. Won't let you share the link. Is there another like another app that it's on? Is it on Facebook? So Diana Elizabeth, her cat fell off. What was it, 6 stories? She's a friend. She has a GoFundMe. It cost her $8,000 to bring the cat to the hospital. She has a GoFundMe, so um, however she can get the link, or oh, it's on your sister's. So if anyone wants to contribute or share it on their Facebook, or however we can share it to get her some money, she's got a GoFundMe page. It's on your sister's. Yeah, yeah. If you can, um, is it on our Facebook page? If it's on our Facebook page, yeah, 8 grand. He fell 6 stories. 6 stories. He had to have like reconstruction surgery on his like paws and his legs. He lived. Well, even if you like, if you share her name, and if it's on Facebook, people could go maybe on Facebook and look her up and maybe add her, and or the GoFundMe from Facebook or whatever. Yeah, pets are family. When I was a kid, we had two shepherds, and one of them, they were young, and one jumped out of the truck, got really injured. We tried to save him, but it wasn't possible. Smokey and the Bandit. That's what we named them. Yeah, it's amazing the cat's alive. Like, I couldn't believe the story, and then seeing the pictures, I was like, Jesus. But the cat's alive and doing well. She paid 8 grand for the surgery. So I told her, hey, you come on here, maybe share the link or something, but we'll figure it out. Even if I can go on there and if I do a video or something, I'll get the link and get it. I'll get it up for you guys so that you could share it, or um, go to the GoFundMe. $5, $3, $10, $1 million. Maybe Tom could sell another Holy Grail. 9 lives is a real thing. Yeah. I think I'm out of my 9 lives for me. Yeah, that's a big fall, man. Yeah, like I seen animals get hurt and can't believe they got up. Yeah, word of mouth has a way. Yeah, and she used a lot of her savings money. So if you know, if we could help her out, that would be great. 8,000's a big chunk. Damn. Because most people would just put the animal down, but she saved it. That's like, see, that's like honorable and noble that somebody would actually treat an animal like that. You know what I mean? That's amazing to me. And I don't know Diana's sister, but that's but she's good people. God, $2,000 for the first hour? You hit deer, bro? Damn. Uh, yeah, we had a dog. It was the last of my wife's mother attachment to her. Um, her name was Lola. She was really scared of me, but when her mother passed, we took the dog, and then when she got sick, we spent thousands to keep her alive. I can hear something coming through the monitor. My AC's on too. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, especially like when you like around here we have those emergency hospitals for pets. They're so friggin' expensive. Oh my god. Crazy ridiculous. 3,000, right? Yeah, right up front. Yeah. Man, 6 stories though. That's a huge fall. It's like what, 8, 9 feet? Probably like 9, 10 feet in between, between with the slabs and everything. So you're probably looking at, I'll say 8, 9, probably 9.5, 10. That's like 600-foot drop. That's insane. Yeah, same here. Like I got the dog Bo, and we have a cat. The cat had some issues not long ago. We took him to the vet. It was expensive. You know what's crazy? They say it's better for cats to fall high because they have time to flip. Oh yeah, for sure. If that cat didn't flip, land like there's no way he could have survived that if he fell on his back. My studio is making all kinds of weird noises. I saw that I didn't touch that guitar earlier and it fucking moved. I hear maybe maybe my house is wired. See what that did. Healthcare should be a fundamental right for all living beings. Yeah, I agree. I that's one of the things that I wish, you know, because I was thinking today, I was like, once one person starts charging for product, because like people could just work to help other people, you know what I mean? And then you get free groceries, you get free housing, you get free everything. Like if we all just did what we did, but everything was free, how fucking cool would that be? Nobody pays anything. We just keep do what we do as jobs and everything else, but we do it for free, and in return we get X amount of groceries, we get X amount of insurance, we get X, like everything should be free. How cool would that be? But they'd have to cap it like a limit, like the P Diddy thing with the baby oil. Like you can't have 1,000 bottles, bro. Oh yeah, they got like an hour, like a weird hour. Like if you went in there like on a weekend after 11, they probably would have banged you for like 5 grand. Oh yeah, my bad. What am I thinking? 10 times 6, 60 feet. Yeah. What the fuck am I thinking? 600 feet. Is that you, Tom? The real Uncle Larry? Is that your new handle? Just be a good boy and you can stay. Yeah. What the fuck am I thinking? 600 feet. Duh. Thank you for that, Tom. That was fucking way whack. 6 stories. Thinking 6 times 10. Probably felt 6 stories. Steven, are you on here? He's paralyzed from like the waist down. He fell, broke his back. He fell like a good amount. Hey Tom, how you been, bro? 60 feet. That must have felt like a lifetime falling like that. Could you imagine falling 6 stories? It would hit fast, but it would feel like when that dump truck, the load came at me, it was like slow motion, the rocks. And I was doing 70 behind him. The rocks were it looked like a movie. Everything just coming at you slow motion. And you grab the wheel, and you hit the door, the slide and rolling. It's crazy. Your ceiling's 12 foot high. Yeah. My I don't have a second story, but my outside the peak is 21 feet. But my house in Boca is 4 stories. It's 3 stories tall and an observation deck. I think I'm gonna sell that. Maybe Tom would like to buy that. I'd give him a real deal. 47 million. Right on the intercoastal in Boca. Cats can survive 10 stories? Really? Rude to your neighbors. Cat fell that far on YouTube. There was a video. I, you ever watch those videos where they got the like unbelievable like cat or dog videos where like the fail videos. 4 story in Boca, at least 259s and a plexi. Yeah, something like that. That's just for the insurance, property tax. That's like tenfold. What's that? You saw one of Tom's videos in your feed the other day. He said something about Uncle Larry. What's to do with Uncle Larry? Tom just stopped by and posted in the live stream. Says the real Uncle Larry. It had to be him because he called me honey. I'm surprised he didn't use Jizzy. A little off there, Jizzy. Honey Jizzy boy. A cat. What? A new genre of cat? Oh, of cat. Oh, cat fu. Oh my god, really? The videos of social media are getting so fucking crazy, man. What did I just watched with my kid. They were putting donuts on like a fishing pole, and they were like like not really throwing them, but hanging them in front of cops. It's like you guys are looking for trouble. But like you start thinking about like, and the other one was at a donut shop. They gave the cop donuts, and then she hit another girl sat up and hit like with like a glitter gun or something and popped, and he fucking jumped. I'm like, that's how you're gonna get shot or piss off a cop. And then what happens is like you get robbed, and they're like, they check the call, kilo 44, 1020, and then they check the call and they don't show up. Oh, the kung fu videos. I've been watching those dog and cat videos of like I don't know what they're called, like Sabbath dog, dog Sabbath. Like they're all doing like metal. Another one was Maiden. They're singing Maiden, bunch of cats. Iron Maiden. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Hey, what's up, Michael? You ain't missed much. The great Uncle Larry made an appearance. Had to correct me on the fall. Unexpected turn in the cat conversation. That's what I love about this channel. It's like anything, like if somebody wants to ask about the music industry, more power to them. If they want to talk about cats and dogs and help people, I think of the channel as more like a psychological kind of healing process for everybody. Can get your shit off your mind, ask theory questions, industry questions. We can talk about cats, dogs. There's no rules to fucking YouTube, or you know what I mean? That's what's cool. Uncle Larry, Tom Bakovac, the one I have, well, kind of have an issue with, but he actually came up, popped up on the live stream. Says the real Uncle Larry, call me honey. That's his nickname, Uncle Larry. Hey, Tom, if you're still watching, how'd you get that name anyway, Uncle Larry? Is there a story behind that, Uncle Larry? Maybe the people would like to know how you got the name Uncle Larry. Because I don't know. You saw the cat maiden stuff? Yeah, that's some funny stuff. I may go see Dave Spitz tomorrow. He's up in Palm Beach somewhere. I'm gonna see if Patrick will go too. I'll hang out with Patrick. Pitch shifting, dude. I would Digitech for me. It's tried and true. The that fork thing is not bad. Electroharmonics. The pitchfork, that's not bad either. You don't want to change tunings. I don't know. Let's see. You got to let me know if it's still farting out. I'm gonna say yeah. I think it's a YouTube thing. Did it fart out? I don't know. Maybe it takes a minute, like an hour for YouTube to kind of get in a groove and then the music can play. It's still there. Fucking YouTube, man. That's too funny. What time is it anyway? About 10? Yeah, I'll probably cut out early tonight just because all the needles sticking on my fucking legs and my upper body. I'm actually sore from that. And then they because you're bleeding with like 50 needle marks through your oh, you're on Windows? It's still there? They stick all these needles all over you and then they put like a gel over the needle thing so that you don't bleed out. 1018, close to the mountains. Is that Leslie West time? No, it was for nerve testing. They're testing. I've gone through, like, in the past 2 weeks, a lot of rigorous testing for my body. They're trying to figure out what's causing my issues. It's kind of like acupuncture. The one that I didn't like was into the shin, though, because that one hurt like crazy. Yeah, what happened is I had surgery. They took a tumor out, and I was healing. And I was on I-95 going to see my doctor. In the dump truck, the safety latches were broke, and he released his load on me. He was probably doing 60, 65. I was catching up to him, so I was doing about 70, 65, 70, and all the rocks hit me. Granite rocks. It was used for fill. Yeah, it's all bone there. They stuck the needles in my ankles too, like in my ankles and on the top of my foot and stuff. They're small though. They're like almost uh like what's the stuff they take for diabetes? I take Ozempic, but you know the insulin. It's like an insulin needle. But they're thin like that, but they're a little long. They're probably like an inch long. Try to phrase it differently. Yeah. Yeah, it sucked. It's just half hour south of Knoxville, Cherokee, North Carolina. You got the insulin pens. I take Ozempic. I'm still waiting to end up like Kelly Osbourne and lose 100 pounds. That shit doesn't happen. You'll lose some weight, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking about switching. I was on Trulicity. The problem with that pen is when you hit it, it hits hard. Like I hit it in my stomach and fucking jumped. All right, I'll find a way, Diana. I'll get like an email or something from you or something, and then I'll get it on here when I do a video or something. Oh yeah, Kelly Osbourne. She looks weird. Oh yeah, you got links in your bio. Yeah, I hope the cat gets better. But we'll get it somehow. I'll get it on there. And Diana, if you want, my email is the same as the channel, but without the one. jittboy@yahoo.com. You could try sending the link through there to my email. jittboy@yahoo. And then when I do a video, I'll get it on here somehow. Yeah, Kelly looks bad. Yeah, when I saw her standing with the mom, that was the first time I thought Sharon looked good. I was like, she looks good compared to Kelly. I was like, what the hell am I saying? You got a links in the bio. I have to check that out. Thank you for coming on. I'll give it till 10:30. 6 more minutes for any questions. Questions. I still would like Tom to tell me how he got Uncle Larry as a nickname. Like who named that? Like how did he get that? I'm sure Zach's watching as well. Anything? Anything. Going once, going twice. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the should probably unplug that too. That is a battery in there. We don't want the battery to die. Let me see. Let me roll this up real quick. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Roll it up. We throw the cable on the ground like that. Do you bring, say that again? Do you bring gas in your live stream? I know a guy, he's great. What is that? Guest? Sometimes. It depends who they are. Like I'm trying to get my buddy Phil from Malevolent Creation. He's a big metal band. I had Dave Spitz on a live stream. You can look at live streams and you'll see Dave Spitz. I play with him. He's from Sabbath. I'm gonna have Patrick from Ingve next. He plays with me and Dave. I was too big for Gmail. Yeah, on the live streams. Yeah. I have those guys are on here. Uh Dave Spitz, we've done live streams with him, like one. Gas makes sense. The gear that's a weird name, gas gear acquisition syndrome. They got shit for everybody, don't they? A name for everything. Do you bring gas to your life? Sometimes. Thank God that's never happened. You think YouTube controls a lot of what's said on here? Probably. There is a thing that you can click on that would like if like there you can click a feature on YouTube's page that'll actually the algorithm will look at comments and it'll actually put it into like a queue if it thinks it's bad, and then it'll release it. Oh, the video was really good. Huh. That's awesome. I, I like Satriani. He's okay. I like Vi. He's okay. But I would like to see them, like, why don't they do a record together writing like rock songs with a singer? Because you got to fit, like, here's Satriani with Sammy Hagar. Vi played with Roth. Why not get Vi and Satriani in with Hagar and write a fucking album? That would, I would like to hear that. You know, I would say Roth, but he's no more. You know what I mean? Oh, so I guess we'll call it a night. I'll go rest, check on the kid. He's got mono and strep throat. Poor kid. What a birthday gift. And by the way, Amir, I told him what you said. I think songs need singers. Absolutely. You became disillusioned. And you got some pretty good videos on your page, Michael. Paul Gilbert entered the chat. Where is he? Hey, Paul, you listening? He's supposed to play here, I think, this month somewhere. Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm sorry if he's listening. Paul was never a great singer. Sorry, Paul. But at least he can sing and play at the same time. I can't even make any claim to that. So at least at least he's got that. You know what I mean? That's funny. Paul's a great guy. I haven't seen him in a while or talked to him in a while, but he's an awesome dude. He really is. Like out of like Vinnie Moore was okay. Tony McAlpine's a great guy. Very humble, nice to talk to, hang out with. But Paul's one of those guys you could pick his brain for hours and he would answer every fucking question. He would go out of his way to answer it. He's a good guy that way. Yeah, he can still fucking play. That's the other thing. He can back up anything with his playing, and he can still fucking shred. I would like to see him just come out and fucking hammer, like do a shred album, like just fucking come out and kill it. I think that's what's needed. Someone like him to come out and just fucking kill it, or Vi, or some one of these big guitar players that has a name, come out and put guitar on the map again. Yeah, Guitar Meets Science. Yeah, those were cool videos and stuff. And yeah, and he can still do all those old licks. He's still got speed too. Some of the other guys are slowing down. Like Vinny can still play fast, but he's not as. I don't think he's as fast as he was. And I don't know. Tony can still play fast as well. But I'll tell you, Michael Lee Firkins, he can still play as fast as fuck. And guys like, and there's guys out there like Marshall Harrison, but he just like baffles me. I would like to see Paul play with Marshall. Hmm, that would be very interesting. Because for me, Marshall Harrison's like one of the greatest guitar players on the planet. Yeah, he's fucking great. Hey, Allison, you've been catching up on Beato and the Brad videos? Yeah, he's jamming with Greg. I think he's coming here with them. Yeah, the Marshall just I commented on his last video, and then he takes time to comment back. You know, he says nice stuff. You know, Marshall's a good guy too. The Velvet Hammer. Yeah, that's the thing. Marshall's got so much tech. I don't. He's one of the most technical, gifted players I've ever seen. And I even said, I think he's better than Sean Lane. I've played with Sean. Sean's phenomenal. I have never played with Marshall. I don't know where he lives or anything, but I've watched Marshall play. He reminds me of Sean Lane on steroids. I mean, his technique is like Sean will overplay where Marshall knows when to stop. Marshall's fucking incredible. And like Alex Hutchings, I talked to him here and there as well. Another fucking phenomenal guitar player. He's technical, but he has a lot more feel than Marshall. And then you got like your Rick Grahams and all those guys. I used to talk to all of them. I don't talk to any of them no more. I don't talk to anybody. I talk to myself a lot in the mirror. Yeah, Sean, that's the thing. And like I don't know a lot about Marshall, but like watching Sean was really good at adapting to all styles. Like he had like I saw a lot of stuff that Sean would do and it was crazy. But that's like some of the stuff like that I do, is from watching Sean like this. Oh no, I unhooked it. I don't know if you could hear it. That kind of stuff with the string skipping. It's a little different than Sean, but that's like I used to see him. He would play like the same first and last note, but he had like different notes in between as he would do like that same interval all the way up. He's really good. Maybe we'll do a Sean Lane video because I got challenged to play Sean Lane licks by Serge Stroban, and then I did and posted it to him, and he didn't say nothing. Oh man, too funny, right? All right, let's call it a night. Let me go check on the kid, get some sleep. What's tomorrow? Friday? It's a new day. Marchbank. I'll have to check him out. Testicles. Yeah, Sean Lane's awesome. Yeah, not many can do that. Yeah. Marshall's one of the few that can do Sean Lane. I can't do all Sean Lane, but I can do some of it because of the speed and the intervals and the jumping. So I guess we'll wrap it up. My back is getting stiff. My feet hurt from the needles. Vomit. What's vomit? Anyway, everybody have a good night. I'll see you soon. Probably not till Tuesday. I'll do another live stream on Tuesday. Maybe I'll do a video over the weekend. Tomorrow I'm gonna go hang out with the Beast. Hell is the other people. I'll check it out. All right, man. Peace out. Have a good night. It's Thursday. You guys, you go to sleep, guys. You got you. Peace out.